one more economic one. Are you concerned about the strength of the dollar right now?
I'm not concerned about the strength of the dollar. I'm concerned about the rest of the world. Does that make sense?
Can you explain that?
Yes. Our economy is strong as hell. The internal thing. Inflation is worldwide. It's worse off everywhere else than it is in the United States. So the problem is the lack of economic growth and sound policy in other countries, not so much ours. And that's worldwide inflation. It's consequential.
You're giving a speech next over here.
They're not going to look at their ballot and
well,
say,
she just
damn
came
it,
and sat
Katie
down.
Hobbs didn't debate her opponent.
She just came and sat down with me and answered my questions for a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
A lot of Democrats are questioning your decision. They're saying, you know, it's the wrong decision. President Biden's former 2020 co-chair said, I would debate and I would want the people of Arizona to know what my platform is. If you think she's as dangerous as you're saying to democracy, is it your responsibility as a candidate who wants to run Arizona to show and explain who their alternative is?
That is exactly what I'm doing right now. And there is a lot more ability to have a conversation with you without her interruptions and shouting to do that.
In case she's watching, Katie, I will debate you on a stage. I will debate you in a parking lot. I will debate you in a library. I will debate you in a bar. I will debate you in a car. I will debate you on CNN. I will debate you on MSNBC. I'll even debate you on The View and let Joy Behar and Whoopi ask the questions. But show some courage. Show some courage.
The president said this week that the economy is both strong as hell, but also if there is a recession, it'll be very slight. What exactly is the forecast?
Well, look, I mean, forecasting is by its nature something that is a little bit uncertain. What we know is that...
That's political spin.
Well, look, I don't think anybody could argue that, for example, our unemployment numbers are anything but strong as hell.
Send me to Washington, D.C. Take on to make sure I push back against work to work.
I'm just curious, a lot of Americans are curious, when the so-called Inflation Reduction Act will really start to bring down inflation.
So the many parts of the bill will start to take effect next year. For example, there are tax credits for energy to help people weatherize their homes and also bring down other forms of energy costs. So we are focused on helping to make that transition to clean energy in a way that brings down energy costs for families.
John Fetterman, you had some health issues on the trail during your presidential race. You were asked to release more of your medical records. You didn't release all of your records, but you did release quite a few letters from your doctors. And frankly, you were on the trail being who you are and going all over the country. I think folks saw that your health was in good shape. Do you think Mr. Fetterman should be releasing more of his medical records since he's asking for a 6-year term here?
Well, Chuck, I don't know enough about John's medical situation.
Inflation is still near its highest levels in 4 decades. In your capital city of Phoenix, it has the highest inflation in the entire country, 13%. So if you are elected governor, what specifically would you do differently to fix that?
Well, it's a tough issue because it originates, the problem does, out of Washington, D.C., but we still have to help our citizens here in Arizona. And the people who are suffering really the most, I've learned, is the people who are nearing retirement or who are retired. I've talked to so many of them, and they say, Kari, I saved all my life, I did everything right, and my retirement savings has shriveled up by 1/3. I've lost 1/3 of it since Joe Biden took office. And so we're going to help in any way we can. And that's why I unveiled a plan last week to put $500 million back into the hardworking Arizonans' pockets by getting rid of our rental tax and our tax on groceries here in Arizona.